Seneca Hampton. Where you at, boss?
Where you at, boss? We right here for another edition of Coach Football Talk. And this time we got Matt Stats with us again. And he's going over the Coast top 10 toughest schedules. Let's do a quick recap because last night we did schedules 10 through 6. We had some special guests. We had Coach Bramley pop on. We had Coach Sims pop on, Pastor Gula. We had Coach Pinnock from Gulfport. So, we missed two of the coaches last night, but one of them was going to join us here shortly, and that's the defending 4A state champion head coach, Coach Beach from Poplarville. Matt, what's up, man?
Hey, it was a great night last night. It was unexpected. We did not plan to have coaches on, last night. So it just worked out that way, and we certainly appreciate those who showed up. And I shared, we shared their little clips today. That was awesome. Again, 10 through 6. It's not their ranking for the season. It's just their toughest schedule. As we'll go over them again. We're going to have, I believe, several coaches on tonight, so fans will start coming in here, and we'll get it rolling. Again, Coach Beach is supposed to join us. He was ranked 8th. He had the 8th toughest schedule, as from what I had projected. So he didn't get on last night. So he said, hey, I'll come on tonight. So we're going to go with him here hopefully soon. Boz that will come on and talk about his annual press conference that he has with all the coaches in a new venue and when, time and date. And we'll have some other surprises, some other coaches that will come in. It's awesome to get these coaches to come in. Again, it was never planned. We planned this, you and I, to do the toughest schedules, but to have coaches on there, that's extra special for them to take their time out of their schedule and to be on to join us. So especially the fans, great the fans share, like everything you need to do to get this out to everybody, shine the light on Coast football. So glad you're here.
Definitely.
Like your hat there, Bingo. That's
I'm
that is.
Gilligan,
I was gonna
repping.
say Gilligan. Moss Point, is that a certain number too? Is that what
Oh,
or just two?
that's the man, Devin Booker. That's D
Oh,
Book.
okay.
Yeah, we just
Yes, most certainly. So that I don't really represent. I just have my Gulf Coast hat on. Of course, I call the games with Wayne Fleury, Mississippi Gulf Coast since 2015. Called high school football before that since 2005, and we did game of the week. So I don't. I'm hoping to get my drip in and get some, Coast football stuff coming in. We're
you
working on
what?
that.
What you say you
Yeah,
gonna
that
get in? You
drip,
what?
is that what that is? Drip. That's what I tell Wayne that when we're broadcasting MGCCC. I said, so Wayne, give me the drip report, and he like, so now he knows every week he says what they're wearing, this team's in this color and all that. So I'm looking to get some visors, Coast football, some shirts. We showed it last night. Go to the video last night. It's on the Facebook page at Gulf Coast High School Football, and you can rewatch the video last night. Had some interviews. There's
There you go.
one of the visors. I plan on getting maybe red, white, and blue color. Uh, so I like that part of it there. So, and then we'll have hopefully shirts. There's the shirts there. Now it's in white. We come in different colors. I don't know if we'll put shine the light below it or not. That's a hoodie. Again, at Coast Football on there. So just to try it to see if people want. I know several people last night said, hey, I'll buy that and I'll do that. So we're in the works with it. Bingo's helped me out to do that. So to come out of my comfort zone, since I started this page in 2010, and we're just over 9,400 followers, which I started with one follower. I would still do the same thing if we had 10 people. But now we're over 9,400, and I certainly appreciate everybody that does follow. So as the fans are coming in, post your questions. This time I'm gonna go to the stream on my Facebook page without looking at the video because it's behind, but I'm gonna see the people what people post, and I certainly appreciate those that post even the littlest things. I make sure I go in there and like each post that you took the time to write a post. I'm gonna comment, then I'm gonna take the time to go and like it and read it. So, but Bingo, what do we have in store here as the fans will be coming in again? Last night, 10 through 6 toughest schedules that I did. I did get some input from other people, but it's mainly mind that goes into it, and deciding the toughest schedules was the opponent's overall record from last year. That's all we can go by. Where they're playing at home or away this year. So that's basically what it is based on, who they're playing, each team here on the coast. As we add a new team this year, Christian Collegiate, going from 8-man to 11-man football. Coach Spinks, is that I'm saying it right, Mingo?
Yeah, you are.
So I'm gonna put out a press release uh, that he is looking for players to come, because I mean, you need from 8-man to 11-man football, you need some good players, and it's a great school. I haven't attended, and I'm not getting paid to say it. I'm just here to shine the light on Christian Collegiate, and I'll share that press release because he is looking for players. So if you're a player want to go, you're most likely will start, because they need players there to get that program to 11-man private school football. So welcome them there on that. So it'll be Coast 25. They will be ranked just like the other 24 teams. So we have a guest.
Yeah, we do. We got the 4A state head coaching champion and Coach Jay Beach from the Poplarville Hornets. Coach, appreciate you for joining us tonight. If I had the little hand applaud thing, we'll be doing the little applaud thing for you. The round of applause. But how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me on. I enjoy looking at Coast football every chance I get when I get on social media. Being up with you, and you're doing a great job. So I'm glad. I'm happy to be on.
Man, appreciate it, coach, man. Matt, I'm pretty sure he's ready to shine the light on the Poplarville Hornets. You know, he ranked y'all as the what y'all schedule was ranked ninth toughest out of 10 teams on the 20 on the out of the 25 teams. Matt, can you explain to him what took into that?
Yeah, they're actually 8th out of 10. And do you
Hey,
have your
okay.
your ring on there, Coach? You don't have your ring on, do you? Your state championship ring?
Oh no, I don't have it on right
Yeah,
now.
okay. I know. And I certainly appreciate. I got my little banner that y'all got me here to. I'm glad I was able to make it, and
Oh
I
yeah,
forget the lady's name, but she was able to send it to me. Certainly appreciate it, as you well should be, still on cloud nine, but ready for this 2025 season coming in. But yes, I have you 8th toughest schedule with you guys. Starting at home hosting West Harrison. That's which Coach Quincy Patrick is always a tough team. Just missed out on the playoffs last year. And then you guys will go on a 3-game road trip. That is. They're at Stone, who was a playoff team last year. Hancock was a playoff team last year. PRC, yes, they were a playoff team last year. I know they won 2 games, but still to make the playoffs. And then to come back home on that September 26th against Picayune. How did that game come about? Y'all haven't played since 2022. I mean, was it you called him, he called you, or how did that? I was glad that you guys are playing back together again, as close as you guys are field wise.
yeah. I mean this. We have a really fun schedule this year. I think. West Harrison. I coached me and Coach Patrick coached together for a few years at Pearl River Central, so we know each other really well. And then all of our other games are like rivalry games. They're all within a 30-minute drive. Stone, Hancock, all border counties with us. Then you got Pearl River Central is 10, 15 miles down the road, and then Picayune. And now Picayune's all they. I'll say it. We were the one that kind of backed off Picayune for a while. They had a superhuman team there for 2 years, and we was excited to go watch them play Catholic and Brandon and all them guys. But we decided we'd go ahead and get them back on the schedule.
Yes, well, certainly be a great game there, as all will host Picayune and then go to start your region play at Macomb. Of course, was made it to the third round of the playoffs last year. Then you get a bye week. Were you able to schedule that bye week, or did they how was that bye week put in? Did you do it, or was it drawn out of a
Well,
hat? Or
well, we have a 5-team district, so everybody in our district will have a bye at some point. And our bye fell right there in the 8th week. And last year we filled it, but this year we felt like our conference, our division, I think three of the top, three of the teams in the district are ranked in the top 10 in 4A. So we figured we might need a break in the middle of that schedule right there.
yes, most definitely. Because like I say, after that break, you go South Pike, who was 9-2 last year. You guys will host them. They were in the playoffs. Lawrence, yes, three wins last year. They were in the playoffs, and then the last game is always tough with Columbia. Of course, 8-4 last year, and they made it to the second round in the playoffs. So out of eight of the 9 games that you're playing, they're all playoff teams. So I mean that's pretty a tough schedule there. Again, three straight games on the road, and then at least you'll have 3 out of the 5 next at home. So how's the team looking this year? Besides Keys, what are some of the other players that are looking to stand out? Did you bring back your quarterback,
We'll have
or
a
was
new
he?
quarterback this year, Ian McGee. He's a senior. So it'll be his first year starting as a senior. But we're excited. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of arm talent. So we're excited to see what he can do this year.
All right. What about? I know I got a quote from Thomas Lambert. He wanted to hear about the defensive line. How many returners are coming back from that defensive line or from
We
the
have
defense in general?
we have 3 returning starters: Titan Smith at D end. We have Nathan Brown at D tackle, and we have Joe Lambert at D tackle. And then the one new starter will be Sam Lejeune, and he's 6'3", 285 pounds. And
That's the
so
one I heard of. Yeah, that's I heard
yeah,
of. I believe that's the gentleman there, big guy. That's so the defense is looking pretty stout there. I know this is
our
your.
defensive line it should be pretty good. If we can stay healthy, we're feeling pretty good about our defensive line.
Yes, well, we know how that is last year that you fell victim, to a couple of injuries that actually worked out from our recall, with the offensive lineman getting hurt and then moved and he came back and was playing tight end or something to that effect, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah, our best offensive tackle last year was hurt all year, and when we finally were able to get him back, uh, our other guy had been playing there all year long and had gotten better and better. So we put him at a fullback position when he came back, and it was really helped us out there in the playoff stretch.
Yes. Going back to the state championship game, whenever when would y'all decide to kick that onside kick after you scored? As far as, was it somebody come to you, or you already somewhat had that? I say planned. I mean, it depends on the type of the game. You don't say we're going to go kick onside kick. Depends how the game's going. But I was just curious, flashing back there, and I'm sure you like to go back to the state championship game here before we move on. But how was that onside kick came about, per se, after y'all
Well,
scored?
Coach Justin Sones coaches our kickoff team, and prepared that onside kick for us. We worked on it all week long. We've worked on it in previous weeks, but we brought it back this week and really worked on it a lot. We thought it might be good for us, and when we scored, we had the momentum, and we were thinking the worst thing that could happen is for them to get a big return, and so we just felt like, hey, now'd be a good time to try the onside kick, and even if they get it back, it will eliminate them getting a big return on us and swaying the momentum. So we did it, and we executed it to perfection.
Yes,
Good
most definitely
Lord.
did. Okay, we were there on the sideline to see it.
Good
That was
Lord.
awesome to do that. So, but yeah, that's what I was, just curious, like say on that part of it. So, again, heading into your 12th season, you've made the playoffs. Every year, been to the state championship game. 5 times, won it last year, and you guys are actually favored. Uh, to go back and to win it again with the players, like you say, Keys. I know he was injured last year, and it might have kind of helped you later in the year because he didn't use all the. He still had gas in the tank, as they say. Uh, Is he going pretty good so far in spring ball this past?
He has had a tremendous off season and a great spring. This is the best he's ever looked right now, and he's in shape and he's strong. So hopefully, he has a injury free year. He deserves that. He struggled a lot last year. That was pretty tough on him to have to sit out so many games, and to be a collarbone. So he's basically perfectly healthy. Just that collarbone wasn't quite healing enough. So it's very frustrating for him to have to sit on the sideline and watch us for so long.
Yeah, and that must have been. I know he's a multi-sport athlete. I don't know if he still does that as far as baseball. I believe he plays.
Yeah, he's still on the baseball team. Yep.
Yep. So he's very, very talented there. So we certainly appreciate you. Like I said, Coach B's taking the time to come on. I know we did that last night, the start, and I don't know why my computer now has decided to act up. Bingo, you got anything for Coach Beach?
Yeah, Coach. As soon as that package get in the mail, man, I'm gonna come hand deliver it to you and keep
All
the
right.
tradition going.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Coach. I appreciate you for coming on and repping Poplarville. Is your community? They was looking for you last night, but like you said, it kind of
Yeah.
happened spur of the moment. So, but you being a real trooper, you jumped on here the next day, man. I salute you for that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. That's nice. State champion.
Yeah, state champion,
So,
man.
so that was great. So a great interview. So we have somebody else in the green room. We feeding them and drinking them back there in the green room.
We do. We got another Coach legend ready to make his way. We got to hurry up with him because he's working right now. He's a sports trainer, so he's got kids waiting on him that he's training. What's up, Goat?
Man, chill out, man. How y'all doing, man? How you doing, man?
Yeah, good to see you, Bonds. I like your jersey. Of course, that's Aaron McNair, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to give a spotlight to him on the coast page. I know he's not from the coast, but he's a Mississippi legend, so you gotta give him some love too. I love what you're doing, shining the light on the past legends. We don't like to let the legends die. We don't like to let legacies die. Me and Bingo talk about that all the time. So, Matt, you always been a staple on the coast, and I just want to give you your flowers as well, man. You always keep it good, man. Keep me in tight.
Thank you.
It's a lot of people that you have shedded light on that I probably forgot about or I didn't know. So it's not going unnoticed, man. We love that.
Yeah, correct. Because there's I kind of went down a rabbit hole whenever I said, well, let me do this. And yes, there's some current players like didn't know again T-Buck or the other players that were recently now the ones in the 70s and stuff. Even them, again, Moss Point has the most players in the state in the NFL. So I got a graphic that's going to be coming out with that. So I have a lot of new fans for that, and thank me. Then I have some people that message me and say, "Hey, what about this player?"
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna restart it. In fact, tomorrow I'm gonna restart continuing the Coast Legends made for the moment. So I certainly appreciate that, and yeah, there's the light that was shined on years ago. That were here before my time. And so it's great to look back at those players, to imagine some of them are in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you just don't, they should get it talked to and talked about. So certainly appreciate that. So, well, we're here for you that you're going to announce.
TK5. Tyke shouting us out, saying love from Pete Valley. State champion. Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
shout out to Thomas. He said, I'm in Hornetsville. Y'all deep in here. And Pop Vegas is deep up in here.
Well, that's good. We know, yeah. But tell us, boss.
Yeah, man. You got, what is it? Year 4, or year 3 of your Smack 'em Media Day Coast Football Edition.
I want to say it's year 4, man. And all of y'all have been involved with it, so it's y'all's baby too. So just to get the opportunity to talk to the coaches telling them, how they're preparing for the season, and getting players on there. Like, I like to give kids the opportunity to talk, media train a little bit, man, and let them tell us about their journey as a high school athlete, and I just love that, man. So we got 2 more weeks. Most of the coaches, I want to say 23 out of the 25 is confirmed that will be there. I'll release a schedule Friday and the location Friday. So y'all know, I know y'all are invited. It's a public event. So this one is I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but this year is going to be a little different. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, did you want to say where it was going to be and the
No,
dates?
I don't. That's why I said.
Okay. No, that's
No. You good. That's why I didn't want.
no.
Because
That's fine.
it's scheduled to be changed, but it is confirmed. I have confirmed the location.
Okay.
So I just want to sit on it because some things I want to work. I just want to make sure that everything is everything before I put it on paper. But Friday I have a finalized location.
And it's supposed to be this month. Can you say that July or
Yes,
August?
sir. Oh, yeah, I can tell you the date. July 29th through the 31st. I always try to have it the last week of July because it's
Okay,
right before they get busy, man. Right before they start practice. A lot of schools are starting on the coast year round now, so a lot of those schools on the coast are starting. So just try to
yeah.
give them a little time. I always give them 2 weeks to kind of confirm if they can come or not. But every year, man, everybody showed up. We already had 1 year, 2 years out of the 4 years, we had 25 schools show up, and we added a couple Pine Belt schools through the years. But I don't know if I'm gonna add any Pine Belt schools this year, just because I'm not really aware of their schedule.
Yes, and I was going to say that we had when I was there, we had Coach King, who was at Greene County, I want to say,
Yeah.
came down, and then from Hattiesburg, the coach there. So non-coach teams they had come down to the press conference, and that's great. And you said the 29th, 30, that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So middle of the week, that's good to have the fans there to be able to join in. It'll be live stream, correct? That's what it normally is, live stream. But
Yes, sir. We're gonna live stream it on our Facebook and YouTube on the Smack 'em Athletics page. Bingo asked me what do you need from me, and I always say be Bingo. I can't take that answer from you no more. I'm like, man, stop doing it to me. You
I
already
just
know.
want to understand what you want me to do, man. Like I don't know the direction. Like you said, you're doing things different this year, man. This is a different. This is different. That's why I'm asking our leader, who this is your thing. Like this is your thing.
I got it, man. All I can do is respect it, but Bingo's always a big part on what we do, whether it's on the field or off the field. So Bingo Media, and I want to shout out Bingo Media. By the way, what that say?
But you know what's going on, baby. They know you signed,
I got
still,
my
and
big
deliver,
game
man.
plans on.
Yeah, they know you
Go outside. I be thinking I'm cool outside. The kids be messing with me, man. But I be thinking I really get my big games on. And
They
these are
just
really
don't know.
like serious, bro. Like these are seriously some good sunglasses. I ain't just gassing you because you're my boy, you family.
They're
These
real.
are good. I use them while I'm driving too.
They're real. They're real. Y'all better listen to Bob. Bob telling y'all what's up now.
Get y'all some
You know
big
what's
game
going
plans.
on.
Yeah, get y'all some big game. Look, he got his logo on there, man. It's legit. These are legit.
Oh, definitely.
These are legit.
Definitely.
Yeah, look at the tint.
On that. They know what's going on.
I had to plug my boy in every chance I get.
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah, man. I gotta plug y'all in though.
But that was going back to when I did that flashback there, Boz. I didn't realize that was you in the back when I took that. I took that picture.
Crazy. Yeah.
2014 was it? I was there. I took that picture of a coach, and I didn't know, of course.
I laughed at it, man. I was like, Matt don't even realize that's me in the background.
Right.
That was my last year coaching, man. That was a real good football team, man. We had a real good football team that year, man.
Yeah. So the fans have to go on the timeline and they can scroll down. They can look at the flashback from, like I said, I think it was 14, was it? So
yeah, 14.
We're
14
Coach
was my last year.
Eddie Fear. Yeah. So I took a picture of him when I was there, and you were behind. I didn't know at the time. So it's
Yeah.
and how far that we've come. So I like to do the flashback. So I do that every morning. So that was great there. So and then also you do the media day with football. You expanded to basketball too. So you really shining the light, like we all do,
And
on the sports
volleyball. He does
and
media day
volleyball.
for volleyball. Yeah, and volleyball.
That's awesome there, Boz.
Yeah.
That's
Big
awesome. Next,
Boz,
hey,
Yeah.
not the little one.
so as we said yesterday, there's
Shout
a
out to
lot of
Cole
room
Riley.
for
Cole Riley. Shout
everybody.
out to Cole Riley. Man, yeah, man. I just want to, get the light shine on the coast. And we a hotbed, man. We've been a hotbed for forever. Just the proof of you showing the legends that we had just in football. I know you've been shining on football. Just the legends we had in the 60s and the 70s, 80s and 90s, and so on and so forth, man. We just got so much talent here, man. We just gotta be able to just, let everybody know. Like Bingo say, we got something to say. The South got something to say. Yeah, I
We
mean,
do.
Yes,
We
and we
do.
finally
Like, it's
we brought
inevitable.
that gold ball home. Poplarville finally brought it home, man. We just had Coach Beach on, so it's just good to see like us win. I don't like even though Gaucher fell short, I was happy that we was at the party
I
because
was
Gaucher
not sure. We
yes,
wanted to win.
we wanted to
we
win,
wanted,
you know,
we wanted to
definitely
win.
wanted to win. Like we definitely wanted to win, but just that South State championship experience, man. In the swamp, they won the South State, man. We was there to
We were
witness.
there. We were there.
And it was like we were on the team, man. Coach high fiving me, chest bumping, all that, man. So that was an
Yeah,
experience, man, in itself.
it
So
was.
this year, I want to ask y'all some questions. I got 15 more minutes to be on here if y'all want me on that long.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But man, like, who are y'all dark horses this year? Who is going like Bingo? Who you got? Matt, who do you have? Like, who do y'all think gonna surprise everybody? And I'm gonna say my surprise.
My surprise team is going to be the Biloxi Indians.
Ooh, Coach DeBose and the boys. Okay. Who you
They
got,
got the
man?
best. They got the best quarterback on the coast. That's all I'm gonna
He,
say.
I think he's the best kept secret. I'm gonna say that
Oh, he ain't no
because
secret no more. Go to
spring he
Robert
spring.
Thomas page. He gonna the
Oh
secret's out the bag.
no. We like as far as like games, like he killed 7-on-7 this summer. Like I saw him throw darts, and in the spring he went off too. And went off. Who you got, Matt?
I mean I would agree with Biloxi as far as. But I mean, you got as far as you said, dark horse. So I mean, Poplarville's favorite there, Picayune's favorite, Ocean Springs is there. So those are not. Pascagoula is there. I would, I would say West Harrison, but with Stapleton there, with Coach Quincy,
Yeah,
now they're in 7A. With the 6 other teams, can they make their first playoffs? They should have,
right.
would have, could have made it last year. Uh, but I mean, as far as that could go and really go deep in the playoffs, I mean, I'd agree that Biloxi is there. West Harrison, could they? And it would be a long shot, but I mean, anything is possible there. And I'm not just looking at 7A. I'm looking at these other teams. We'll ask who you believe. I mean, Stone, Van Cleve, East Central, still, but George County lost players.
New coach. George
Again,
County got a new coach too.
yeah, the new coach. That's he's supposed to be on here tonight, if not mistaken. So, who do you have, Boz, as a
I think
dark horse?
Coach Ladner and Diabloville Warriors.
Oh, they ain't no dark horse team, man.
All right.
Them folks primed up, man, like some T-bone steak. So ain't no dark horse.
Hey, all right.
They still they. I
And
mean,
them
they
folks
haven't
is
gone.
top contenders, man. Them folks top contenders.
All right.
They finally made it to the playoffs last year. So under Coach
You
Ladner,
right.
so
All
he
They,
right,
was
they,
yeah,
they,
you
looking.
right.
you squeak
They do have
They
some
got
good
some talent,
players.
man. Look, they got some talent, man. I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be
Yep.
good, man. I think they're gonna be
Okay,
good.
yeah. They
Got
gonna be
Estrada,
okay.
Wally. So already got one Wally in the NFL. So, but yes, they have a lot. Diaville is there.
Probably one right
So
there.
I
Out.
agree. Can they upset Gulfport in Ocean Springs? Ah,
That's region championship every time.
Every
That's a
time.
so
Ocean Spring. Ocean Spring. Look, what is it? I want to say the last. I know for 2 years, whoever win that game is the region champ. So I don't know. Diablo, Biloxi, they got something to say about it this year. It's not gonna be easy. They
Yeah.
not.
yeah,
It's not gonna be easy.
the one thing for Diaville, they do host Ocean Springs and Gulfport and Biloxi. So that You know, they usually they play good, you know, home and away, but to be at home at Warrior Stadium
Yeah,
is there. So
that's
yeah,
good.
so
That's coach football.
that's
That's
your
just
horse.
good coach football right there.
Yeah. So we'll make a clip of this and see how our
Hey, I got a
picks. I mean,
legend. I gotta show my boy. It's another legend right here, Mr. B Lab, man.
There you go.
I'm just a regular guy. I put my
Oh,
shoes
get out,
on
man!
like
Stop
everybody
it,
else, man.
man! Stop
I just
it!
put my shoes
Look
on like
at him!
everybody else.
Look at him, man! Stop it, Lav. Hey,
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 man. Hey,
how
hey,
many
look.
push-ups can you do in 15 seconds, real quick?
Say what?
How many push-ups can you do in about 20 to 15 seconds?
20 to 15 seconds? I don't know. I ain't never
Look.
tried to do it. Maybe 40?
I just be watching your training video, man. You be rough on your wife, man. You need to ease up
Man,
on her,
okay.
man.
My wife is an exaggerator. Okay? It's an exaggerator. I'm not rough on her. She was a D1 athlete. That's what people fail to realize.
Oh, okay, so the truth coming out now.
The girl, okay, so hold on, let me give you some more backstory. The girl was a tri-sport scholarship athlete. She had scholarships in basketball, track, and swimming. So
say no more. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. She was pulling the wool over. I get it.
everybody eyes. So everybody wanna believe what she does. Don't be doing my girl like that. Look how she doing me. How you a D1 athlete forget how to do burpees? What?
I got you. I'm on your side, dog. Don't worry.
Mr. Lab, man. Thank you, Mr. Lab. Blessings with the prison, man.
South Alabama finest, man.
South
Shout
Alabama.
out to him.
You better know it.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
gag.
Hey, Matt gonna be doing man, we gonna do a little thing on our Gulfport, man. Gulfport got a lot of balls too that went, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've done so far several of them, and of course, you know, Derek Brooks that you know was there. So yes,
Yeah.
and I didn't catch his that y'all. I didn't catch what was his. I heard South
His name
Alabama, but
Bryant Lavender. Bryant Lavender. That's
okay.
Yeah. He was one of the he was one of the first people to play for South Alabama. Like he was one of the first players to sign like on that big class, you know. So he was he ain't gonna let me say it, but he was a big deal though, man. He was a big deal. Yeah.
We ain't gonna let it forget. We know.
No,
Yeah.
I remind them all the time.
Yeah.
I remind them all the time. So
We ain't gonna let them know. But what other questions you got, man? 'Cause that was a good question.
man, okay, all right. What are you guys looking forward to this year? Like, what game or like what moment? What are y'all looking forward to?
Just gold balls, man. Like we ain't got we
We're going to
I
Starkville
need
this year. Huh? It gotta be
huh?
it's in Starkville this year.
Yes, at Mississippi
Is
State.
the state championship in Starkville?
Yes.
I'll make that trip, especially
got-
Coach
it
Pinnock
gotta be a
and
coach
my
team.
Admirals get there.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I'm a coach team there.
Hey,
I'm
what
there.
Coach Pennick say last night? I couldn't catch what Coach Pennick was talking about last night. I ain't catch him. Well, y'all
Go
just
watch
talking about
the
he was
live.
just talking about the scheduling. Say less. All right.
Nah.
You right. You right.
Nah, he shouted you
No,
out,
you
though.
right.
He was just,
No, I gotta let Matt. What you looking forward to this year, man?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games, of course, when you get to region play, and we talked about it last night with Coach Sims that was on there, that Gaucher and Pascagoula is always, and now it's a region game. It's the last game of the year for them, so a lot on the line will be in that game when Gaucher plays Pascagoula. But you know, you got your other games in the region, you know, that are there with the Gulfport and Ocean Springs, you know, D'Iberville, Biloxi. So it will be surprising how Harrison Central with their new head coach and how they progress here. So look forward to that. Just you know, it's a build up. We still got over a month away, 6 weeks to go. So we're slowly building it up with this video here tonight, the live stream, and then I'll come out with you know, a lot of stat that's to get everybody ready, prepare for the 2025 season. So it's ready for kickoff. I mean, the jamborees. I mean, I know it's week 0 as Bingo calls it. I mean, I don't put a lot of stock in it as some fans may. You know, as far as teams winning or losing, but still to get the ball in the air and the lights on Friday nights, it's going to be ready for it. Be ready for it. Hopefully, the cooler temperatures will be coming too. So
I'm ready, boy.
See that I
It's
just
so
want,
hot.
I'm just ready for week 0. I'm looking forward to week 0 just to see some pads, hitting some people getting hit, some people making some big plays, and I think it's a little bittersweet moment for Gulfport like alums, and we're getting rid. They letting go of Milliner. Milliner State might possibly be the last season, but I'm all for change. I think it's gonna be a good thing. Good thing. Everything evolves in the world. Milliner is going to be a historical landmark. Great games there. I got a lot of great memories from watching football games as a youth playing in Milliner, coaching
I
in
got my
Milliner.
favorite Milliner moment there. We were there
Oh
together
yeah,
with that one.
so that's one of my favorite moments, man. Ray Bivens throwing Antoine Hargo in before the half in '99.
Yeah.
That's a moment that
Yeah.
that always stick with me when hey Ray had that on that number 9.
You know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was the absolute truth. We played South Panola on a Saturday, and that was probably the biggest game when we coached. This is when Tony Connors was. This is when they won their 80-something games in a row in Mississippi, and we broke their Mississippi streak. The streak was already broken, but we broke their Mississippi streak. And man, that was a crazy night in Milliner, man, on a Saturday night. So all the games are Friday. Coach Justice, congratulations, just got inducted in the Mississippi Hall of Fame. He said we're gonna have the game on Saturday because all the games. It was a great marketing move.
Mm-hmm.
South Panola had that aura, man. They came from all the way from Batesville, man. They filled the other side up, and then
the Soldier Boy with him.
They brought the stands in the end zone, so it was like a real. It was a surreal moment, man. But Milliner, it was great. It was a great run, but it's time for a new. We was overdue for an on-campus stadium. So I love the new direction. We're going with that, man.
Then was Soldier Boy there?
Man, you got to fact check Soldier Boy. The people from South Panola weren't playing with him, man. You ain't playing on no wide receiver. I said, man, he really said that, man. But they handled that. They straightened that out. I don't know. I wasn't there, so that was funny though. That was funny, man.
It was, man. That doggone Soldier Boy tripped me out with that one there, man. Yeah. So what's up, man? What else is before we let you go? Feel like you about to dip to go and
yeah, we about to go get some quarterback training in, man. What else I got? I don't know. I'm gonna to just catch one of these lives with y'all. When y'all doing the next live?
I don't know. It's football season now, so you finna have I don't know.
We gonna still do the pre-game show and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, man. I'm looking forward. I want to see Matt. Have you ever gone undefeated in 1 week?
Well, as far as picking
on your picks.
Oh yes. There's a handful of times.
Come on, you're the stat guy. How many times? Tell me.
Oh look, he got that stat. Look at it.
He got it.
Looking for it.
He got it. He got to go check it. He got to go in the vault, man. He got to go in the vault, man.
Yeah, I gotta see where. Yeah, I have it around here somewhere, prepared. So it's been, I don't know how many times.
Man, you don't got to look for it, man. So that's like what 10-0, 11-0 on that night. How many games? Depending on how many games it was.
Oh yeah, I pick all the games. I pick every game, even though it's non-coast teams against coast teams. So, but yes, I pick all of them.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, I was trying to bring it up here. But I remember that South Panola game. It was I want to say it was 3-0 or something like that. It was very low score.
It was no. You're right about the kicking the field goal. I want to say the score was 17-10. I want to say that's what the score was.
What year was it?
Either 12 or 13.
I
One of those years.
2012 or 13.
That's one of those years. That's probably the biggest. That's definitely probably one of the biggest games I ever witnessed. Now they had the big Biloxi rival games. A lot of games in the 90s were big games, but as far as I know, they played Moss Point in '94 1 year. and lost in the playoffs. I remember
It was
that as a kid. I was like 9.
that Saturday game.
Lost the ball.
It was 2011. It was 13-4. So I
11.
knew it was.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
y'all played
11.
in 12, and you lost 34-6. That was at South Panola.
They beat the brakes off of us. Ooh. They
Yeah.
were mad about that previous year. They were mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I would stay on here long, man, but my boys out there waiting on me, man. So look, man, it's always a
All
pleasure,
right.
man. Love y'all boys, man, and I get with y'all later.
Already,
All right,
brother.
bye.
You know
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we'll look
All
for
right.
the announcement, the official announcement. Make sure you
Absolutely.
tag us.
All right, I absolutely will, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, bye.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So let's take this start this show from the top of the start this thing from the 10 now, Matt.
Seneca Hampton, where you at, boss?
We back for the main attraction. We had to do a little pregame show to make up for, some stuff yesterday. And we just had shout out to Coach Beach, Poplarville's head coach, for coming on for talking about their schedule for this upcoming season. Shout out to Shabazz McCullen for coming on the show, talking to us before he was training, telling us about the Smacker Media Day coming up July 29th, 30th, and 31st. Location and time to be determined. And now here we are, Matt. Last night we started off with the first 5 of the toughest 10. Let's bring them up on the screen. This is we started out with, Long Beach having the 10th toughest schedule on the coast. Gulfport coming in at 9, Poplarville coming in at 8, Ocean Springs coming in at 7, and Pascagoula coming in at 6. So that
Yes.
is where we at now. So
Again, and how we come up with these schedules, I came up with them. I got input from several other people, but it was basically my decision on that. And factored in on it again was the opponent's record from last year that your team is playing or a team is playing, and then where you're playing at home or away this year. So that's what it's based on. It's a scientific, everybody has their opinion. Like my team has a tougher schedule than this team, and that's what it's here for, to bring Coast fans together and even statewide fans, together to talk about this and to have the coaches on like we had last night, Coach Bramlett and Coach Pennock and Coach Sims that was on there. We already had, again, Coach Beach from the defending state champion Poplarville Hornets came on, even though we went over his last night. So tonight, 5th to the number 1, the toughest schedule on the coast is what we're going to reveal. And we're going to have some special guests here as we already had in the first 40 minutes. So we'll be ready to go. Do we have a guest on there?
most definitely, you want to start out with who's the 5th toughest schedule yet? Or you?
Yeah, we could go with the 5th toughest schedule. This team, I don't believe, was in the top 10 last year. They will start, on the road. First 2 games on the road at Gulfport, at North Shore, Louisiana. They'll host Biloxi, the playoff team. Ocean Springs, region champion. Poplarville, state champion. Pascagoula, playoff team. Hancock, playoff team. Long Beach, a decent team. Gaucher was in the state championship last year, and then they'll host PRC, who was in the playoffs last year. And we're speaking of the Picayune Maroon Tide with Coach Stogner. As you see, that's one of the graphics that I made, and it's a close, figure to him. So hopefully we bring him on. He's already, when I first posted it, he did make a comment on it, and he was fine with it.
There
AI
he is.
kind of
That's
disorder. So
right.
that looks just like you, Coach Stogner. I apologize for.
Very, very, very close, no doubt.
Yes. So, but welcome on to the show, and a great season you guys had last year. Winning the region once again, and not losing a region game. 24 straight in a row, tied with Ocean Springs. 4 straight region titles. There, you did fall short, dropping to Hattiesburg in the South State game, but still a great season last year, and even this year. Now coming in the 5th hardest schedule, as I have you down. How's your schedule looking this year, and how you're doing this year after spring ball?
Well, I mean, gotta thank y'all for having us, but this is pretty cool what y'all guys do to get everybody ready for high school football, and especially in the coast. But we're really excited about the group we have after spring ball. We've had a great summer turnout. Guys have been really getting after it. Coach has been getting after it. But it's now to the point of the summer now. It's just everybody's ready for school to get back, that way we can get to practice and get them pads on and start hitting again.
Very good. The 2 teams North Shore and Long Beach are only 2 teams that weren't in the playoffs last year. 59 and 39 combined record of the teams that you will be playing. That North Shore, I know y'all beat them last year. You shut them out. Is that good for after this year, or you'll have to figure out another spot for next year?
We're gonna have to figure out something to probably replace them, because Louisiana's on a separate contract year than we are. They're so close. Slaughter and us are so close to each other. It makes sense for us to try to schedule games together. But that being said, we're probably going to get creative, try to fill in that spot after next season, whether it be a Louisiana school or just somebody who happens to have an open date in Mississippi. Because we don't want to have 2 bye weeks and during the preseason. But hopefully we'll after this season we'll be able to fill it with somebody. Got a few teams in mind from the New Orleans area if we can make it work out with the schedule. But right now we're just focused on getting ready and getting prepared for that first game this year.
Yes, most definitely. What do you, as far as jamboree, you guys have any jamborees set up? I don't think I've seen anybody's posted jamborees just of yet.
No, we don't participate in jamboree.
Okay.
We'll have a Meet the Tide night, big fundraiser for our cheerleaders. And a good chance for the whole community to come out and see not just the football team and cheerleaders, it's the dance, the band, the ROTC, any fall sport that's involved. It's a pretty big deal here in Picayune. It's a good night, and so that's kind of why we sit back on not playing a jamboree.
Okay, very good. This is your 6th year heading into it. Of course, 8-3, but then you reeled off 14-1, 15-0, 10-3, 11-3. Back-to-back state championships. We were right there with you on the field to celebrate. I mean, it seemed like you just started, and this is your 6th year in. Has it gone by? As I feel that I still think you're in your 3rd year, 4th year. Now you're heading into your 6th season. Does it feel like that? I mean, it's going by.
Well, I mean, this is my 19th total, so it feels like yesterday I just started. Just reminiscing with some of my college buddies I played college ball with. It feels like we were playing just yesterday, and it's been 20 years since we set foot on the football field. But it doesn't feel like it's been that long, and like you named off all those records. But I've been pretty blessed to take over a program that's already been established, and we didn't really have to fix anything. We just kind of fine tuned a few things, put a little oil here and there, and sprinkle our own little ingredients on it. And I got to give a lot of credit to that coaching staff that I have, though, because these guys have been with me, not just as being a head coach. They were here with Coach Lee as well. So we've got a great camaraderie. We've got great kids, and the record indicates just all the hard work that they put in every day.
Yes, I mean, you come, like I say, 85% winning percentage. I mean, we have the coach Mount Rushmore, and you are, I know, just 6 years going and 6 years in, you're at the bottom of it, looking up with those 2 back-to-back state championship. Of course, Coach Dodd Lee was there, and I still seen him on the sideline. So he's very still, I don't want to say active with the team, but does he show up at practices? I mean, he's a legend.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, he's got grandsons that play at Poplarville. And so we get a chance to see him every now and then. He actually stopped by the field house yesterday morning and watched the guys live. He honestly lives right across the fairway from me. We live right here on the golf course. And so he's probably about a pitch and wedge away. So I get to see him a lot and, exchange some conversations and still learning a lot from him. A guy that won as many games as he has. Anytime you have a chance to listen to him, you do that, and you let it soak in.
Yes, indeed. So what does your team, as far as who's going to be the running back this year, quarterback? A couple of players that you want to highlight.
So our quarterback's going to be brand new. He's a sophomore. His name's Tanner Rayburn. He didn't really get to practice with us in the spring. He had hurt his leg playing baseball, but he's had a tremendous summer getting himself back in shape and working out in the position. But right now we're going to be more running back by committee. We graduated Darrell Smith back in January, so December. But so we're going to have Jamari Hawthorne, Jordan Hawthorne, and Xavier Dennis. I look for all three of those guys to get the equal amount of carries throughout the games. They all bring different things to the table that are going to make us successful. And that goes along with, we have three good fullbacks. Macon Burnett returning for his third year as a starter. And then we have two sophomore fullbacks that we're really high on, that we're really excited about. So, those six guys back there are all gonna take their turns and do whatever they can to help us win a football game. But it all boils down to is those guys up front. I'm really excited about guys we have returning up front. A lot of experience. Probably this is a great group, and I think sometimes I could run the ball behind some of those guys. But, I might not get very far, but I mean, just that's what we're really high on these guys. Like having Mitchell Smith come back, and he's a Vandy commit. And, we have a 3-year starter at guard, a 2-year starter at the other guard, and so it's going to be fun. Now, obviously, it's going to be like everybody else and every other year. How are we going to be able to handle the weather and the everything else that goes involved with it, stay healthy and get lucky. So, the only thing we can do is prepare and just get ready for game one, and take it one game at a time.
Yeah, as far as the defense, I know you guys, averaged 38 points on offense last year, but your defense kind of gave up, 27 points per game. So you just kind of outscored everybody, which was great to see, some of the 60 to 40 games and all that. I know there's a defensive player that I believe he should be coming back this year. He didn't play too many games previously, but he's now all of a sudden has offers. What's that gentleman's name?
Yeah, Nolan Wilson. He'll be a 2-year starter now. He didn't play he played as a sophomore. He was really more of a special teams guy, and we got him from the soccer field when he was in 9th grade, but he's committed to Alabama back on July 4th. He's going to be the key for us on that defensive front. That's another spot we're really excited about is our defensive front. We got a lot of experience right there. We got to replace a few guys in the back end, but Coach Hayden, that defensive staff does a great job. We're trying to find the best players every day to give us the opportunity to win. And we won't know that game one. It might take us 3 or 4 games, but that's why we schedule the way we schedule. Is that way we can figure it out and have it ready for when we get ready for district.
Yes, like I say, with the starting off on 2 road games, at Gulfport, and like I said, with North Shore, then like I say, Biloxi, who's really a team that's under the radar, but not really, because they got some great players in Ocean Springs, and then of course, finally facing Poplarville. You faced them, you coached against them twice, or I believe it's twice or 3 times. Last time they played was 2022, so I'm sure that's somewhat of a special game to go to Poplarville and to hopefully get the win against them.
Well, that's nothing. Those first 5 games, there's nothing easy about them. They all present a different challenge. Obviously having Poplarville back on, it's a great rivalry right here in Pearl River County. Usually it brings a lot of people to the games. Coach Beach, what they've done over the last 10 years since he's been the head coach is just awesome, and having them win a state championship in our county, coming through with it, and just being able to, it's like I said, we stand in the room only that game, but I mean that's the 5th game of we won't be playing them until almost the end of September. So obviously it's like we got to get our focus on Gulfport, and I know Coach Pennick, they're going to be ready to play, and man, they're all hard. I mean, it's like we always say we like to take a lot of pride in saying that everybody wants to be picky, and so we take a lot of pride in that, and we're going to give our best effort, and we're going to try to be as best prepared as we can.
Yeah, so that kind of I'll follow up with that as far as everybody wants to be Picayune. Is it as difficult? I mean, from what I hear, that it's hard, especially a team like yourself, Picayune or Ocean Springs, to get teams to play you guys. I mean, is it where they we don't want to play Picayune because they're gonna stomp us down. I mean, is it as difficult as it seems to be, or what I hear?
Yeah, I mean, and I heard Coach Sims talk about it. It's hard to find games. It's just it is what it is. It's hard to find games. Obviously, we don't do a lot what other people do, so it's a different preparation during that week. So, but that it's hard, and it's just been going back a couple of years. Even with Coach Lee, always talked about it's hard to find games, but hats off to the people that play it, because those are great football teams, and we're all just looking to get better and better ourselves for down the road and for the playoffs.
Yeah. For the non-region games, I'm sure you asked every year, which I may ask, don't you coach it a little bit differently as far as, if it's in different situations, it's a non-region game, it's not going to count toward the playoffs, so we're going to go for 2 points and the win. I mean, do you put certain players in different positions, that say, hey, let's try this, because it's, again, the win or lose, it's not going to count toward the playoffs. So I'm assuming you probably coach a little bit different in non-region games.
I mean, we want to win them all. I mean,
yes,
we want to win them all, so we're going to coach them all to try to win the football game. We don't really change up any way we'll do it. Now, obviously, like with last year with Darrell, we would try to limit his carries some, just because we didn't need him getting all those carries earlier in the year when we needed him more down the line. So with having the 3 running back system, we're gonna play the game, call the game, just as we're trying to win the game. And obviously, looking back at the games, do they count? No, they don't count, but they do make you better by being able to tell where you can get yourself better as a football team. Just like after last year, we got stomped by Gulfport, and we made a few changes on defense, and that kind of catapulted our season last year to where we ended up going to. So yeah, it's we always we're gonna try to win them all.
yes, that's when you went on a 9-game winning streak after Gulfport. Did get that win, and then again just fell short against Hattiesburg. So, well, we certainly appreciate you taking the time there, Coach Stogner, to join us here tonight. I know, again, we had Boz on. He'll have the press conference. I'm sure you'll get the invite, as all coaches do. Bingo, I don't know if you have any questions for Coach Stogner.
Now, I like to talk to Coach on media day, man. I like to save all my questions, man.
Okay, but yes, the fifth.
I think it's the first time
schedule.
he's been speeches.
I know.
Yeah.
that is. So
I'm operating behind the scene right now.
I got you. I appreciate you guys and everything y'all do for Coach Football, man. I really appreciate this.
Most definitely, Coach. Appreciate you always.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you, Coach Stogner. So
that was in the chat going crazy, man. They said yes.
Well, I mean, you heard me ask Coach Beach earlier and he Coach Beach didn't really shy away from it. He said Picayune was just a great team, and we didn't want to play against them for a couple of years. And now, some fans will say, "Hey, Poplarville state champions, the Keys, got other players that's on there. That's great." Now they're kind of up. I mean, Picayune's up too. They've won 24 straight region games. So Picayune is always there. So, the Poplarville and Picayune, that's going to be a game, that's going to be a game there on September 26th at Poplarville. And then Picayune will have a bye week after that.
Let's check the schedule out one more time.
So yes, and I'm glad I put that graphic together, because I didn't see an official Picayune graphic, and some people did hey, that ain't Coach Stogner, and AI at least on that one kind of was the best one. But yes, Picayune, at Gulfport, North Shore, again, not a playoff team. Biloxi, playoff team. Ocean Springs, Poplarville, everybody's a playoff team except North Shore and Long Beach from last year. So they will have their hands full, and then PRC the last game at home. So Poplarville, we'll have that again September 26th. But Picayune, like he was saying, you hear for a 3 running back committee, and a new quarterback and defensive there. I'm sure he wants to get his points per game down from that 27 points last year. But hey, when you're putting up 38, almost 39 points a game, you just outrun them, outscore them. And they were just one play away from getting back to the state championship game against Hattiesburg. So that is the 5th ranked. Toughest schedule, not the 5th ranked team on the coast. That's a different one coming out. We're doing the top 10 toughest schedules, and that was the 5th rank. So we'll move to the 4th ranked. If I don't know if we're gonna have, I'm gonna have to switch it up here and go to the 4th rank. Appreciate everybody with the comments. If you have any questions, people on the replay, even people who watch on the replay, if you have a question, write it, and I'll go back on the replay and reply to you. I certainly appreciate everybody posting. So again, we'll move to the 4th ranked toughest schedule out of the top 10 here on the coast. And this
All
team
right.
is one of
Let's
the
go.
ones that have a new coach this year. He's coached before, but this is the 4th ranked toughest schedule. They will start off hosting a 12-2 South State champion in Gaucher. Then they'll go to a 8-4 South Jones. They'll travel to Greene County, 8-2 last year, who won the region. They'll be against a playoff team at home against Wayne County, a playoff team at home against Stone. They'll have an open date. They will host an 8-3 playoff team, West Jones. They will go to or host Hill, who was not a playoff team. They'll go to Hattiesburg, who was in the state championship game last year. They will host Terry, who was 7-4, and then they will host Forest Hill, who was not a playoff team. But the overall record of all the teams I just listed, 67-30. That is pretty doggone good to be going against a tough schedule like that. And I'm speaking of the George County Rebels there with new coach Kelly Causey, with Coach Ray stepping away and now is the athletic director. I think he wears several hats, but I believe the athletic director at George County. Of course, they lose several players, as every team does, but Deuce Knight there is at Auburn. So they'll have, I believe, I've seen the highlights. I believe it's another left-handed quarterback there. It would be interesting to see who that name is there. But the 4th ranked toughest schedule on the coast is the George County Rebels. And I believe we're going to be joined
Yes.
by
Yes, we have the new head guy in charge of the county himself, Coach Kelly Causey. What's happening, Coach? Welcome to Coach Football Chat
How's it
with me
going,
and Matt.
guys?
What's going on, man? You looking handsome as ever, man. You look like how I left you, man, in the county. Just with a
I
different
hear
hat
you.
on your head.
Yeah,
I hear you.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So,
What's
but
going on now?
we just trying to get things rolling. Went and did some 7-on-7 with East Central today, and kids been working out hard, and so it's been a good off season for us in the summer here. Really
Yeah.
has.
That's good. That's good, man. Matt's got a series of questions that he gonna run through for y'all and
Okay.
give you a nice little intro.
All right.
Coach Causey. Like I say, you're new head coach of George County, but you're not new to being a head coach. This is your 18th season heading
Right.
into as a head coach. Of course, was St. Martin back in '99 to 2001, and Pass Christian, then Cleveland, and Kosciuszko, if I say that right, and then now
Yeah.
with George County. But you were on the staff at George County as a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator?
Yes, sir. I was a defense coordinator for the last, I guess, 5 years with Coach Ray. Coach Ray and I played ball together at Delta State, and he got me down here with him, and so I was fortunate enough to get the head job once he decided to move on up.
Well, very good. What, of course, we know, every team loses players at graduation. Of course, the main player, one of them, of course, Deuce Knight at Auburn. But again, I think I saw one of your highlights today. There was a quarterback. I think he's left-handed too that was taking snaps. Do you know who your starter is going to be, or you want to highlight some players?
That's actually a young ninth grader that we'll see what happens with him. But yeah, he can do all right with it. So, but we've got real strong running back coming back with Brandon Gaucher, 1,100-yard rusher, and I think 16 TDs, and DJ McNair's a dynamic receiver that we got. So we've got some players. We don't quite have as many as we signed a bunch off this year. had some really good athletes. So, but those two guys are going to be dynamic for sure.
Yeah, as far as the schedule, I mean, like I said, fourth toughest I have it. Whenever you start off with the South State champion, Gaucher at home, so
Right.
a great home opener for you guys there, and then like I say, 2 road games at South Jones and Greene County, who again are playoff teams from last year. So. And then you'll have your bye week. Did you set the bye week, or how's that? That's before your region games, your 5 region games. You'll have an open on
Well,
October 3rd.
yeah, Coach Ray pretty much finished up the schedule before everything changed over. There was a process of hiring the new head coach, and things got to where right now, a lot of the scheduling, the speculation on where you fall in the region, and so a lot of people talk and kind of get everything situated in the non-district because they kind of have a good idea who they might have to. They won't be in region with them, so a lot of it was already done. So. But I do like having the open week. I talked with Coach Ray about that because we haven't had that, and I thought it was a good thing to do. And so I was glad he went ahead and stuck with that and did it.
Of course, you guys moved, you're sitting in 6A, but now you're in Region 3 that you moved. So now really there's no other what we consider coast teams in the 6 coastal counties that you guys are playing against. Again, Forest Hill, Hattiesburg, Jim Hill, Terry, West Jones. I mean, there's not much that you could have done about that as far as a change of region. You're just going to take what's there. Of course, Hattiesburg went to state last year. But as far as these other teams, you're familiar with them as far as the names that, what Forest Hill, Hattiesburg, Jim Hill, Terry, and
Well,
West Jones.
yeah, we played Terry in the playoffs, I think 2 years ago. And of course, we played Hattiesburg the last 2 years, and then West Jones, of course, we played them in the playoffs. But, that whole deal, man, us getting moved up. We're always that one that gets kind of brought down the coast and then back up to the Jackson area, I guess. And the sad thing about this was the state has a rule that they basically go by mileage. And when they 2 years ago was against us in Pearl River Central, and they're 15 miles shorter distance to those schools than we are. So they moved them up there. Well, this time it's the same scenario. It's the same 2 teams. And they decide that, well, we're not going to go by what the rule is. We don't think it's right for them to go, so we're going to make y'all go. So, but it's tough because nowadays, your gate money is you live off of, and it's tough when you're playing those teams like that. That one, they're just not going. A lot of people are going to travel that far for one thing, and then it's the travel that you have to do to go to those games, and especially in basketball and baseball when they got to go every year. And so it's just kind of, I wish they could try to figure out figure out what to do to make it a little different here. Maybe in the past they put more than 6 or 8 teams in a district, which when you have this kind of a discrepancy in mileage, I think it would have been something maybe to look into. But that's water on the bridge. But yeah, it's tough. It's a tough region. Hattiesburg and West Jones have always been known to be the guys coming out of the South a lot of time there with Picayune. So it's a tough district. But Terry's improved a lot. They've got a good running back coming back, and so it's gonna be tough. We're facing 2 of the top receivers in the nation also on our schedule. There's no doubt about that. That's gonna be an ultimate challenge for us. And the boys, yeah, some good players.
So as far as about the defense, the covering these good wide receivers, how many starters do you have coming back, or do you want to highlight any players on defense for your Rebels?
Yeah, we got 5 coming back, and some of the guys back in the secondary, Matt Phelan, Braylon Fairley. The D-line is all seniors that'll be coming back. So Caleb Lofton and Landon Parker and KJ Fairley. So anyway, it's just a lot of guys, good solid players coming back. There's a couple of them that are young. We're expecting some of these young guys to step up, and stopping those receivers that we're going to be facing is going to be tough because especially with the boy up there at Greene County, Jace, he's going to, with what Dolan does, it's hard to double up a receiver when you're trying to stop the wing T. So that's going to be a challenge for us. But And of course, Hattiesburg, that kid is something else. So that boy from Hattiesburg, I mean, he's a big kid, and
Yeah.
there was times we played him pretty good this year, and you know, your DB has position on him and all that, and you think you're in good, and it doesn't work out, you know. And so he's very dynamic, and I see why he's where he's at now.
Yes, yes, indeed. There and so you'll be, of course. Last year was the first time the Rebels did win a playoff game. It had been since 2007, and that was the last time that they went 3 straight years into the playoffs. The Rebels have gone to the playoffs the last 2 years, so they're trying to get back for a third season. I mean, how's your team? How do you feel about your team now? I know it's only July, but I mean, uh, you see that you're obviously you would look to contend for a playoff spot or even look to go beyond, run a deep run into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we got a chance to make a playoff spot for sure. You know, we've got to. We're going to be young up front. We don't have a senior in a two depth on O line, but we're big. We're about 260, so future's bright in that aspect. And so those guys, the quicker they grow up, the better we're going to be, is what I think for offensively. You know, we've got the Gaucher kid and the McNair, the kid out there wide we can throw it to. So Gaucher is a really, really good running back. I mean, if you watch him against Picayune and some of those bigger schools, he's really put up some good ball games, and he's really going to be a fun to watch this year. And then so I think we can make the playoffs, and you never know once you get in the playoffs. I mean, you look at Wayne County. I mean, they had a rough year, and then it just clicked. You know, well, they had that freshman running back, you know, that they put in there, and they won 3 out of the last 4, and I think they only lost to Gaucher on that last game. So I think the longer the season, you know, longer in the season, I think we'll get a lot better. Like I said, we're kind of young, but you know, we're going to probably be a little more ball control than what we've been in the past. A little more physical. And George County's always been known for being a very physical team, and that's the thing we're trying to get back to. And you know, that's what all the coaches talk about when you talk to them about George County. That, you know, when you come and play them, it's always a very physical game, and that's what we're going to try to get to.
Yes. Well, we certainly appreciate you joining us here tonight, and it's great to have you back. I know you're on the sideline again, but now as the head coach, you know, since 2019, it was the last time that you were head coach, but it's like riding a bike, I would imagine, now that and again, you were part of the team there. Now you just are great videos that you guys put out too.
Yeah, you just jump through different hoops now a little bit. Some of this stuff you got to go through, you know, like this right here. This is a little new for me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this, you know. I was asking him, like, hey, how do I do this? What, I got to use my phone? What can I do here? You know, so I guess I'll get better at it. You know, so but yeah, I'm glad. I mean, we do have a tough schedule. You know, out of our preseason there, I think 4 out of the 8 playoff players in 5A from the South that we play them in the preseason. So, yeah, I think with that 4 spots, well deserving for us, I think.
Yes, it is. You guys really have a tough schedule, and like you mentioned to start off, you guys are still, even as heat of July, are trying to get better with the 7-on-7. So a lot of fans may not know that. They may say, "Hey, the football players are just chilling out." No, they're still out there getting better and working at it. It's all year.
No, there's what we got in the weight room is the fall. The fall will ask you what you did all summer. Is what that'll be the question. You know what I mean? You'll find out what you did. So,
well, we certainly appreciate you joining us. I don't know if Bingo has any. I know Bingo was up there with George County. So,
oh yeah, he did a great job for us. We hated to see him go. He just kind of bailed out on us a little bit. But
I ain't trying to bail out, man. I just, man, it's just, you know,
I'm
business, man.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, we tried to make it work.
I know. It just didn't quite make it, but that's fine. I know you.
I love the county. I'm gonna be up there week 1 too to watch y'all against Goshen. I'm gonna be up there.
Okay. All right, that'll be good. Look forward to seeing you. So,
most definitely, Coach, man. I see you at media day.
All right.
In a couple weeks.
All right, good deal. Appreciate you guys.
Most definitely, Coach. Be easy.
All right. See you.
Thank you, Coach. Was George County coach, like I say, he's back being the head coach or being a head coach. You know, I say 18 seasons, so he has the experience. And George County does have that tough schedule. That's why they're fourth toughest, as I have them ranked. And we will move on here as it's just past 7:30 to the number 3 ranked toughest schedule that we have. Again, you can go back at our video from last night. We did 10 through 6. Today we're doing 5 through 1, and we're at the number 3. This team, they had the second toughest schedule last year. So they're right back near the top, of course, at 3. The start of the season, they will host Riley, who just won the region and lost in the South State Championship game. They're playing at Gaucher, who, of course, went to the state championship game last year. And 7 out of the 10 games we played against teams who made the playoffs last year. So they'll host Ocean Springs, host Gulfport, the top 2 teams in the region from 2024. A combined record that they'll be playing 63 and 25 is very tough. And I'm speaking of the Iberville Warriors coming in at number 3 of the coast toughest
Oh, I clicked on
schedules.
the wrong one. There we go.
That's all right. So again, Riley, who's new on the schedule, I believe they'll at Gaucher, at Seminary, Pascagoula, Harrison Central, West Harrison, Ocean Springs, St. Martin, now open week, and then host Gulfport and Biloxi. And those will be very vital games for seeding purpose, because we expect the Warriors to be right there at the top, fighting
Yep.
for a playoff spot. Do we have a guest or we don't?
We do. We have the head man in charge right now who put this schedule together. Coach, what's going on, Coach Ladden?
What's up, guys, man? Glad to be here. Appreciate y'all having us on.
Yes. Coach Ladden, your 4th season. It's already going by quick. In the playoffs last year, for the first time, you did happen to be on the low side of the score in the playoff game, but still, to make the playoffs, that must have been, I don't want to say to get the monkey off your back, but you go, back-to-back years without playoffs, first 2 years, and then making the playoffs. How'd you feel about that?
It's definitely a step in the right direction. We were glad to be in the dance, I guess, so to speak. But obviously not satisfied in the least bit, not quite meeting the standard yet of what D'Iberville expects and what we expect. So we still got work to do over here in Warrior Land.
So the schedule, of course, you did the schedule, with hosting Riley. How'd that come about? Do you normally? I don't think y'all. I would have to look and see if y'all played them before or not.
No, we've never played Raleigh. It actually kind of, I had, with the scheduling thing, you try to get things done as far out in advance as you can. And, but then sometimes with coaching changes, people back out at the last minute. So I had someone lined up to play week 1. And they kind of, for whatever reason, had to go another direction. So I was stuck with a few options, and one of them was Raleigh, who a real good friend of mine. The head coach is Ryan Higdon, and to be honest, I know they're a 3A team. Most people are going to look at classification, but they could really compete with anybody in the state of Mississippi. Coach Higg is a phenomenal coach, got great staff, and that team is going to be a juggernaut coming in here. A great test for us right off the bat.
Yes, it is. And you'll go on the road for 2 games and then host Pascagoula to end out your region record. And then to start the next 2 games for the region at Harrison Central, and then the newcomer to 7A, West Harrison. How's it look there as far as have you coached against West Harrison yourself?
Not as a head coach. We did play him a few times. When I, as an assistant coach, it's been a few years. I don't think we've played against Quincy or Coach Patrick since he has moved over there to West Harrison. And, he's really turned that program up a lot. So, we're glad to have him, but obviously it's a challenge. And it's definitely going to pose that for us. So going to test our discipline for sure.
Yes, last time y'all played them was 2020. You played them 8 times. The Warriors have, and they've won all 8 games. But yes, it's a little bit different this year. Like I said, a new team in 7A, and then you will be at or host Ocean Springs, and then at St. Martin, and you'll have your bye week. Do you like where your bye week falls at? I mean, I guess there's not much you could do about it now, but just 2 games after, you have your bye week and then you host Gulfport and Biloxi.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I guess like you said, it's not really anything I get to choose, but it's good to have that 2-week preparation before, such a great team, that Coach Pennick has put together over there in Gulfport, and of course our biggest rival in Biloxi. So, probably, it really is all about what's going on at the time and how the season's going. I guess if you're rolling, you don't want to break, but if everybody's banged
Yeah.
up, and you need a break, then it kind of falls in the right place. So, but yeah, I like it as far as on paper. It looks fine.
Yeah, so like I say, you host the big three, who I believe it's going to be with the Ocean Springs, Gulfport, Biloxi, and the Iberville for the top 4 seeds here on July 15th. But anything could happen there. As far as the players that stand out, I mean, I know you had mentioned Caleb Triplett, and of course you have Jordan Wally. The Ramseys, are they related? I'm assuming Chasten and Steven?
They are brothers, yes, sir.
Okay. So who's going to be your starting quarterback, or do you know right now? You don't have to
I
say if
do.
you don't.
Oh, it'll be Jordan Wally. He's
Uh,
yeah, Jordan has really embraced the position. He kind of got thrown in there a little bit about midseason last year as a necessity, but this off season he's really taken the reins, tried to perfect himself, and really taking on that leadership role. Which I'm really proud of. So he'll be the guy under center. You mentioned Caleb Triplett. I mean, he's him and Steven Ramsey are, I'd put him up there with 2 of the best linebackers in the state of Mississippi, and of course Chasten is a great DB as well. He's a corner, but all the guys that you just mentioned. But just we still got a lot of work to do. I'm really not satisfied with where we're at, not satisfied with what we've accomplished so far, to be completely honest. And but I do believe in these kids, and I believe in the season, and I think they can get something done, and I hope it's to the standard of what the Iberville expects.
yes. And again, those who don't know, you were on the championship team, were you not? 2008.
It was in 2002, yes, sir. It's been a long.
2002 was the 2008 was out. They didn't win it, but 2002. So you were on the 2002 state championship team.
That's correct, yes, sir. And honestly, I mean, I believe we can get back there again. At least I'm not going to stop until we do. So.
Yes. And what about as far as this? I'm hearing good things about Juju Morris. He's
Yeah,
looking
Juju.
to make an impact.
Yeah, Juju's been starting for us since his freshman year. He's going into his junior year. He's going to probably be a 2-way guy on the offensive line and the defensive line. Juju's picking up traction. He's got a lot of offers so far, and I think he could be a guy that might, if he grows a few more inches, get into that Power 5 talk. So, but I'm very proud of Ju, man, the way he works. Again, it really starts inside for me, and his character really speaks for itself. But yeah, very proud of him.
Oh, very good. Like I say, we got you down. I do as the 3rd toughest schedule. And it did, it starts right off the bat, like I say, with Riley. Like I say, even though they're a lower class team, they are certainly a top notch team, even from last year. So a lot there with, like I say, with Warrior football. I know you mentioned it several times. Yes, they are the fans and everybody expecting it there. When the Warriors play good, everybody feels good. And I know being a former player that you are of the Warriors, that you're looking to get them. Like I say, you were in the playoffs last year. Now you're looking to make it a deep run, if not, to Stark Vegas, as they call it, in December. So is there any, as far as right now, are they doing any workouts as far as any 7-on-7, or what are the players doing currently?
Yes, sir. No, we're working. I mean, like you said, I mean, the work never stops really for us. We don't really take much time off. I mean, as soon as school ends, we pick up. And the kids, I mean, it's just kind of what we're used to here. And I'm blessed with that. I mean, to be honest, our parents expect it probably as much as I do. And so, I'm lucky in that sense where I have a culture where we're sort of, it's already in the kids, they know we're going to work hard and they don't mind doing it. And I've really fought my tail off in the first 3 years to try to hold on to that spirit. which I believe that we have. And so now hopefully the talent can match that work ethic, and we'll see reap the benefits, so to speak.
Yes, and then you guys will be getting I think it was in the news that not a new state as far as a upgrade to the stadium that you're currently at. It's still going to be a couple of years away.
Oh, yeah. So we actually supposed to be some of it's done now. We got there's like a phase 1 and a phase 2, and so a lot of phase 1 is already completed. We'll have that in place by the season, which is minor things like the lights and the track, and then next year it's supposed to be a complete overhaul once the season's over. Hopefully in late November, December, and they can start getting to work on the stadium for 2026. And yeah, it's supposed to be a complete overhaul. I mean, our county and Mr. Benz and our school board members, Stephen Ramsey, what a great support. My principal, Ms. Broadus, they know it's been a long time coming, and they're going to really pour some money into it and invest in it. And we're excited about it. We really want to bring it in with a good product too. So I think that's motivated the kids this summer with, it's made the summer workouts a little easier, knowing that, man, we're going to have a new stadium soon. We need to have a football team to match it.
Yes, most definitely. So again, I've not to bring anything the mood down, but of course with Jeremy Forehand, a great friend, and I'm sure you knew him, passed away this past year. But you can't mention Diablo football without Jeremy Forehand, and the great person he was. I'm the type to try to rejoice the life that he had, and not, and yes, he'll be missed, but he won't be forgotten. And I'm sure there with Diablo football, he played with Diablo back in the day, and was the announcer just last year. So he will be certainly missed, but he will not be forgotten, and I'm sure the Warriors will have a great season under your helm here, Coach Ladner.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Jeremy's going to be greatly missed. He was a great example of what a Warrior fan is all about, and what we're actually built on here. This community is built on people who support and are kind and offer a positive word, and Jeremy was the epitome of that. So we're going to do our best this season to bring honor to him, for sure.
Yes. Well, I certainly appreciate it. Bingo, do you have anything for Coach Ladner there for the D'Iberville Warriors?
Coach, man, we'll see you next week. Next 2 weeks when we have media day. Man, Boz, we'll all get to sit down and chop it up for media day. You always been a big supporter of our media days, and we look forward to that. And then this week, the OTA, I'll be there.
Man, actually, that guy, I'll text you, but that guy canceled.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
the NSA came out with a little bit of a different rule this year, and or at least they're making us aware of it. But we can't do those things anymore. So, but anyhow, man, I'll text you on that. But thank you, man. Looking forward
All right, Coach.
and looking forward to media days.
All right, Coach. Y'all be
Yes.
easy. Tell my boy Aiden in the back seat I said what's up. What's up, boy? That's my guy right there.
All right, Bingo. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
All
y'all.
right, Coach. Be easy, Coach.
Bye.
Yes, that was a great interview, as all of them have been great interviews here so far. As we're counting down now to the final two of the top 10 hardest schedules. Of course, number 10, Long Beach. Number 9, Gulfport. Number 8, Poplarville. Number 7, Ocean Springs. Number 6, Pascagoula Panthers. We did them last night. We had several coaches on last night. Today, Coach Beach joined us in the first hour. He wasn't able to get on last night. 5th ranked Picayune comes in at number 5. Number 4 was George County. 3, we just heard Coach Ladner, the Iberville Warriors. And now the number 2 toughest schedule, according to myself, and with some other inputs, we'll have this team play 7 of the 10 games will be against playoff teams from 2024. They will play 3 straight games on the road that won region titles last year. That's who they're going to play. 2 of them South State champions. And those being Picayune, Hattiesburg, and Ocean Springs. Those all won region titles last year. Hattiesburg went the state championship game last year. Of course, Picayune and Ocean Springs went to South State. And then to add another road game there to Gulfport, they'll play at Gulfport, and then they'll be at D'Iberville. Their overall record of the opponent 60-26. Just to compare, like with Diaville, 63-25. So that's pretty good. And I'm speaking of the Biloxi Indians with the second most toughest schedule. As you see here, they will be hosting Holmes. I believe that will be for the first time. They will host Pascagoula, playoff team. 3-game road trip at Picayune, a region champion, at Hattiesburg, a South State champion, at Ocean Springs, a region champion. They'll host St. Martin, get the bye week. They will host Harrison Central. They will be at Gulfport, a playoff team, and then West Harrison, a new team, the 7A, and then at D'Iberville, a playoff team. And that game was switched just a couple years ago to the last game of the season because it is the biggest rivalry for both teams for the most part there. So that is the Biloxi Indians. And with the second year head coach, Coach Dubuson joins us, and Dubose, I'm sorry, Dubose.
All
Coach
right.
Dubose, welcome to Coach Football, and you got the second toughest schedule. How you feeling?
Well, as you called out the list of guys that are in the top 10, I think we play them all but 2. So you never know who's going to be what, but we want to play a very competitive schedule. We want to get our team ready. We want to get better. That's the whole thing about getting there is getting into the playoffs. I've often said it doesn't matter about the 10 games. It matters about your region games. But once you get in the playoffs, that's a whole new year. And, in Alabama, I once knew a team, Robert E. Lee High School, that went 6-4, finished 4th in the region and won a state championship. So, it's who you play. It's the progress you make and the strides you pull from game 1 to game 10.
Yes, it is. And like you mentioned, you come from Alabama coaching over there. I believe you were in Florida for a little bit, and then, like I say, came to Biloxi last year, now in your second year here at Biloxi. Of course, last year, 5-6, went to the playoffs. You did lose that first game in the playoffs to a very tough Oak Grove team. Even though you got 34-20, you were right there in it. But this year, again, Holmes, I believe the first time you guys will play them. And then, like I mentioned about that 3-game road trip, that's just, with Picayune, Hattiesburg, true, those are non-region games. And then your bye week, you like where your bye week falls there. You'll play Ocean Springs and host St. Martin, then you'll have a bye before the last 4 games.
I actually like the bye week. I think the bye week's coming at a good time for us right there in the middle. We'll have a tough test. It's almost like 5 weeks to start the year, like a playoff run. A lot of people don't know Holmes County Central. I was doing a little back check on them. When we scheduled the game, I was unaware, but they've had 14 or 15 offered guys right now. They are loaded with talent for next year, and they got an exceptional team. I don't think they have a wideout under 6'4" is what I was looking at the other day. So, we got a tough task. Pascagoula got us good last year over there, but I felt like last year our team really answered the call in the first half. We just couldn't put 4 quarters together. We didn't play second half football very well. And that's been a push we've made in the offseason and everything else, is to finish this year and play 48 minutes. We went in at halftime either tied or within 3 or 6 points of just about everybody on the schedule, but Pascagoula, even Oak Grove in the playoffs was 20-13 at halftime. And we just couldn't finish, and that's something that our group this year has really prided themselves in, and all of our workouts and everything has been built around playing a 4-quarter football game.
Yes, I actually watched the Iberville game where you guys did play 4 quarters and come back, a great comeback win there, 24-23 to spring into the playoffs. So as far as players, you have, I know Bingo's been talking about your quarterback. How about what grade is he, and how's he looking in his name?
Well, quarterbacks that I've had in the past, I've had guys like him. He's very athletic. He runs the ball well. We run a lot of read zone. We do a lot of run action with our quarterback and a lot of RPO stuff. And, he has really worked on his throw game in the offseason. I'm impressed this summer with what he's done throwing the football. And, it's not just him, our receivers. He's been a leader of getting our receivers out on the field. A lot of our guys are getting on the field early, getting off the field late. They're staying over. Like today, we come off the field and, I saw the footballs headed back out, and I'm like, where are y'all headed? And they wanted to go work on a couple of routes that we had going. And, he's really shown a lot of leadership, which you got to at that position. I think our players really trust him and they believe in him. And we've opened the game up a little bit more this year. Whereas last year, we were all brand new coming in here in June. A lot of our coaches and everything else, our system was new. He's had an opportunity to get with our quarterback coach, Tucker Melton, now for a complete year, which does an outstanding job in the classroom with him on the board, on the field and everywhere else. So I'm really impressed with what I've seen. I'm excited to get on the field. Our spring game, he did an exceptional job. We play a Theodore team. First 2 drives we have it. We go 80 plus on both drives and score. He carries us straight down. Then we started doing some things and playing with some things after that just to get things on film. But really impressed with him so far and looking forward to see what he can do, not just this year, but over a 2-year period.
Oh, very good. And I missed his name. What was his name?
Jordan Ramsey. I'm sorry. Jordan Ramsey.
No.
Yeah, brother Jalen also plays linebacker for us. So, both of them really dedicated to the game and doing a great job.
And how many starters you have coming back on offense and defense?
On offense, we got 6 coming back. I'm probably the most excited about our offensive line too. Our offensive line, we returned 4 guys up front. So we feel really well. Hayden Ainsworth will be our leader up front. Hayden, is committed to Nebraska. He reclassified. He's supposed to be a junior this year, but he'll be a senior coming out this year. But Cam Clark, another big guy up front for us, returning guard. We had an OTA last week at McGill-Tulane, and he just mashed guys. Very impressive. We brought in 2 new O-line coaches, one from Carter's Hill and Spencer Hudson, and the other one from South Panola, Matthew Prentice, and they've done an outstanding job since the spring and getting these guys more physical. That's one of our mindsets is we've got to be a more physical football team, and we're going to play physical football one way or another. But our guys have really committed themselves up front to doing better. Jalen Johnson, another returner on offense for William Live. Both of them are exciting players that really have been starting since their sophomore, freshman year, I think. Been playing football here at Biloxi. They'll both play receiver for us. William a little bit in the backfield. And then, of course, running back wise will be by committee. We got about 5 guys we really feel good from JoJo Thomas and several others. But 6 guys returning on offense, and we got 5 on defense, with Jaquan Thompson kind of being the head returner there, 3-year starter for us at linebacker.
Oh, well, very good then. As far as Bingo, you have anything for Coach? As I gather, Bingo might have.
No, you good. I'm good.
I was looking at something here. As far as the schedule, is it set for next against Holmes? Are y'all set to play them again next year, or is that?
Yeah, they'll come to us 2 years in a row. We worked it out where they're going to come down here 2 years in a row, and like I said, it's going to be a big challenge for us right off the bat. I'm excited to get some good teams in, and like I said at the beginning, we have great teams down here on the coast. I've been here 1 year, and the football on the coast is exceptional. You just called it off a second ago of how many teams played in the quarterfinals or deeper down here. And, why not? I mean, it's going to help our gate. Our gates are going to be good. Fans want to come see good football. I've often told people, you get more out of beating someone or losing to someone 14-10 than you do going and beating a team 60-7 or 60-12. And nobody really cares. But you bring a Picayune or you play a Picayune, everybody wants to go from your community and everybody wants to see it. Pascagoula, excited to get them in here. Hattiesburg, we read up that deal. And just our region is an exciting region. You saw that. You mentioned you were at the D. Iberville game. Man, who would have thought we could have pulled that one off with a minute 14 to go or something like that, a minute 15, and our guys just found a way to win. So, again, football down there on the coast is really good. We got some great talent. If you go around and look at Pascagoula, how many guys they got offered right now, from Ocean Springs, Gulfport, on down the list. Picayune, 2 guys going to the SEC. You're going to see great talent each and every week, and that's the only way to make your program better is to go play this. And our guys are excited about it. We talked to them about this schedule and about the difficulty of it back in the spring. And we have talked about it through the summer. This is not a surprise in any way, and it's what we wanted. We're not going to run from anybody. Our option on game 1 was Holmes County and Oak Grove. That's who it got down to. And we chose Holmes County because we played Oak Grove the last 3 years in the first round of the playoffs. And I figure, heck, chances are we're going to run into them again in the playoffs. So, we figured we were going to play them one way or the other. But, we're excited about it. And, I hope our fans are also.
Yes, I certainly, and I appreciate you guys doing the coaches show. You're bringing it back this year. I believe it was on Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun last year. Absolutely. That we want to invite people out to that. We try to make it fun for our community, and we open it up for questions. A lot of people are scared of that, but heck, we're on the book. I mean, it's a lot of fun, man, and we enjoy it each and every day. But we this year's group, I'm excited about. I'm not going to lie. I love every group I have. I've been in it 34. This is going on 35 years. And, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm as excited about this group as I've been in a long time. I think Biloxi is ready to turn the page and do something different. And I think this group is ready to make that move.
Yes, they need that playoff win. They've lost 7 in a row. Last time was 2011. So, like I say, I like your excitement. Like I say, been in it for that many years, and you have a proven track record. And glad that you made it over to Mississippi. Hopefully, you'll stay for a while, especially to lead the Indians there for the 2025 season. So, I certainly appreciate you coming on, Coach DuBose, and I want to Bingo. You have anything for Coach? I know you'll see him.
I just want to tell Coach, thank you, man, for everything you're doing for Coach football, and make sure y'all keep the light on my quarterback. This you got one. You got one, man.
Hey,
You
he's
know
going
it
to
too.
listen.
You know it.
He's going to have every opportunity to put stats on the board. We're going to let him.
Yes,
So,
man.
we're going to
Jordan
try to have a
Rams.
little fun with it.
Oh yeah, I stand on it. I've been telling everybody he's the best quarterback on the coast. I stand on it.
We appreciate it, and hey, keep reminding everybody that we haven't won a playoff game. I talk about it every day with our players. It's something we got to do. That's got to be changed quickly around here.
Facts. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
most
what's
definitely.
crazy? When I came to Biloxi a couple weeks ago to do Hayden's commitment video, I was talking to my old linebacker coach, Coach Sabatini. I haven't seen him in so long, and he was there just doing Coach Sabatini things at the field house. And another thing I noticed that I said, dang, man, but this school ain't never won a real state championship. And that's crazy with them being the honey hole that they are with all the talent there is. And it's time for that to change, man. It's time for that to change.
We're doing the best we can. And again, guys, y'all just keep doing what you do. And I want to tell you, I've been a lot of places. Like I said, I've been all over 3 different states. And I keep up with you guys. You guys do an outstanding job for these kids in high school sports. And I just want to commend you for your efforts and what you do, man. And you're special people. And there's a special place for guys like y'all. And I appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
thank
Coach,
you, Coach.
man.
Thank you very much.
We shine the light. And Coach DuBose there, Biloxi Indians with the second toughest schedule. And like I said, that road trip, Bingo, I mean, at Picayune, at Hattiesburg, at Ocean Springs.
Right.
Ain't no road, it's at. And those are all South State champions. I'm sorry, not South. Picayune, South State champion. Hattiesburg, South State champion.
Look at that schedule, man. That's
so
pretty good.
Yeah. Picayune, a region champion. I'm sorry, they lost to Hattiesburg, and then Ocean Springs, a region champion. Pascagoula, Holmes, so we are down to number one. And I will post the graphic once we're done with all this and post the writing on Facebook for everybody to see. But again, I appreciate everybody joining us here tonight, live and on the replay. Again, last night we did 10 through 6. And then tonight we're doing 5.
Look at the chat, man. They said, ain't no way anybody plays a tougher schedule. They said Biloxi's supposed to have a number 1 schedule. They're going to be shocked when they see who's number 1.
Well, the number 1 team with the toughest schedule, again, it's 99% me, and it's everybody. So this team starts off on the road at state champion Poplarville. Starts on the road when against the defending state championship in Poplarville. They host a South State champion in Gaucher, play 3 region champions in Forest, Gaucher, Ocean Springs, and they will host uh, the Iberville, Gulfport, and Ocean Springs. 7 out of the 10 teams played will be against playoff teams, a combined record of 62-27. Compare that to like Biloxi, I mentioned 60-26, Iberville 63-25. The number 1 team with a 62-27, who their opponents are, is going to be the West Harrison Hurricanes. You
I know it's some shockers there, but
talking about tough
you can't
games.
really see it. It's kind of small.
So again,
That's what she said.
you can't see it there. So West Harrison again at Poplarville, at Forest. Forest was their champion. Gaucher in the state championship. Laurel, of course, they're at St. Martin, host the Iberville playoff team. Harrison Central host Gulfport, host Ocean Springs, at Biloxi, and then they'll be off that 11-6. Coach Quincy Patrick is the head coach for the West Harrison Hurricanes. He unfortunately could not join us tonight, but he did reach out, and I don't know if you did the graphic that he had sent a message, put it out, a statement.
Yeah, he sent us a quote. He's on family vacation right now, and his quote was, as you can see, is up on the screen. I'm gonna read the original message right here. He says, and he said, I can quote this. Coach Feaster and myself used to sit around when we were young assistants together talking about the Bible. And we were always talking about the three Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And people don't know this, but Daniel was a really good friend of theirs, and they were all put in the fire, the lion's den, and all came out stronger. When you're walking with a purpose and favor the fire, going to come. So our non-district schedule is the fire, but we need to go through to get ready to step up into 7A. And you're going to ask, how do I feel about it? I think it's one of the best in districts in the state. But on Friday night in the fall, the ball going to be spotted, and we're going to have to go out there and play football. So we're going to embrace it and work our tails off and see where we are. Unquote. Coach Quincy Patrick of the West Harrison Hurricanes.
Yep, the number 1 toughest schedule on the coast. Of course, Coach Patrick, going into his 8th season as the Hurricane coach. 2018 it started. He was 5-5 last year. He was just right there on the cusp of making the first playoff appearance by the Hurricanes, and he fell short after starting off with a 4-1 record in non-region games. He did lose to Hancock, Picayune, George County, Pascagoula. He did beat Long Beach. They went 5-5. So I look for them. They're going to be contenders in trying to make the playoff in the 7A. They formed in 2009. For those who may not know, West Harrison formed in 2009 and have not made the playoffs. They've had 4 coaches: David Russell, Sean Harden, Tracy Rogers, and then now Quincy Patrick, the longest tenured head coach there at the West Harrison Hurricanes. And you can post the final graphic there, because we're not going to have a representative of West Harrison as we thought we may. Now, we're not Coach Quincy Patrick, but I'm going to post this on Facebook. But you can see he's there, and who's behind him. Stapleton, who is going to be the only running back last year to run over 2,000 yards, 2,003 yards. He made the coast record book, as any player who rushes over 2,000 yards is in the record book. So what do you think
He
of
gonna get
that?
his this year.
Yeah, he is. Now, of course, we're not here to ask, of course, how many returners, starters coming back there for Coach Patrick, but that is one tough schedule as far as for the Hurricanes. What do you think about the schedule? Or again, it's everybody's opinion. That's my opinion that they, the teams they're playing against last year, anyways, are just, 13-2 Poplarville, 12-2 Forest. They lost to Poplarville. That is Forest. They play in week 2. Gaucher, 12-2. Yes, Laurel was down at 2-9. St. Martin 3-7. D'Iberville playoff team. Harrison Central was down. Gulfport 7-4. Ocean Springs region title. Biloxi playoffs. So are they heads above the toughest schedule of all the? You could maybe flop one or two there. With Biloxi, with the 3 road games, that was tough for me trying to decide on that part of it with that road games that they have for Biloxi. But West Harrison, that's it. Are the toughest schedule for 2025. What are your thoughts, Bingo, on this? Who would you move
Um,
up? Who would you move down? We started with Long Beach, who I told you 9 out of 10. They're playing against 9 out of 10 teams in the playoffs from last year. The only coast team with that many. Um, what
yeah,
you?
man, you gonna have some people scratching their heads, of course.
Yeah,
They
I
that's
want him to.
that's
I don't want him to come on and say, yes, Matt Stats, you're right. That is the perfect top 10 toughest schedules. No, you can flip some easily either way, and this is based on last year's, records.
who are your teams on the outside looking in?
Uh, because of course I did I did it by hand a couple months ago. Uh, as far as I know you're curious about. I thought I had Gaucher on here. Uh, Gaucher was, they're at George County that first week. They host the Warriors. West Harrison not playoff. Moss Point not playoff. They're at Greene County at 8-2. They host Long Beach. That's they were Long Beach was a playoff. No, they were not a playoff team last year. PRC was a playoff team. Hancock was a playoff team, and then Picayune and Pascagoula, of course, playoff teams. Their record again, 40-20, based on what I just reeled off with West Harrison, 62-27. So George, Gaucher, they have a decent schedule, but they do have some more non-playoff teams than playoff teams than other teams are playing. So that was one of the teams was Gaucher that was right there. Uh, that could have been in the top 10. Uh, looking to see who else that I had on here. So that's pretty much. That's pretty much it is on there, and I want people to disagree. That's why we do this. No, it's not going to be perfect. And I would think something is up if people didn't say, "Wait a minute, that ain't the toughest schedule." But looking at it, you know, it's pretty tough for the West Harrison Hurricanes.
Yeah, they got it rough. They have it rough like that every year, man. Like they done got moved up. Like I wasn't they in 4A at one point?
Uh, Let me see. They were No, it was 5A, 6A, went back down to 5A, and then 6A the last 2 years, and now 7A. So that was a seventh team added. They were thinking one of the teams may go up north to like Hattiesburg region or Oak Grove region. I'm sorry, but they just added a seventh team to the coast, 7A Region 4. So again, Quincy Patrick, the head coach, and we should see how they do. Can they make the playoffs? They're gonna, you know, we'll find out when at St. Martin, because last couple of years with 6 teams, it took 3 wins to make it. When they had 8 teams, it took 4 wins to get that 4th spot. So now
Mm.
with 7 teams, you're kind of, is it going to take 3 teams or 4? 4 wins or 3 wins? St. Martin, could they beat St. Martin? D'Iberville be tough. Harrison Central. Look at it again here in July. We
Everybody
got a
keep
lot to go.
everybody keep picking on the colony. They gonna sneak somebody. Watch how St. Martin sneak somebody and get that district win on. It's gonna be St. Martin. Everybody thinking West Harrison gonna come in and play
Same.
Victor Sport, it's gonna
Sa-
be the St. Martin Yellow Jackets that's gonna get
uh,
the sleeper win, man. Watch what I tell you.
so they got their new head coach there
Coach
at
Woody.
Coach Wood. Yep, that's what they that is who he is, Coach Woody. So
And they
they
got
host.
they got one of my other ones, the Twin Magic, gonna probably be the quarterback, and he's gonna be another one of the best quarterbacks on the coast. I got three of them. I got three best quarterbacks on the coast.
Oh yeah,
Biloxi got
well,
one, St.
Jordan
Martin got the other
Ramsey.
one, and Gaucher got the third one. I got three of the best quarterbacks on the coast that
Well,
are.
name them. I mean, what do you? I mean, I know Jordan Ramsey,
You got Jordan
Biloxi.
Ramsey at Biloxi, you got Dawson Sullivan at St. Martin, and you got Keon McNeil at Gaucher.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good. So
yeah,
as far as St. Martin, they'll be at Van Cleve. They start 3 games on the road at Van Cleve, at East Central, at Stone. They
yeah.
host Hancock, and then they start region play hosting West Harrison, at Biloxi, at Gulfport. They'll host D'Iberville. Then they'll get at Harrison Central. They'll take a week off on Halloween. Then they will host Ocean Springs. So yeah, St. Martin, we've been looking for them to make that move to that next level, and they just haven't. Uh, as far as playoffs, they haven't made the playoffs since 2020. So, we'll see what they do this year, St. Martin, that is. But yes, the 3 quarterbacks you named, we will certainly keep an eye out on that.
Oh,
So,
I ain't gonna let you forget them. I
uh,
ain't gonna let
uh,
you forget them. Yeah,
so,
you share
but we
their stuff
said,
though. You share their stuff all the time.
oh, yes, yeah. Oh, the the podcast, they got a podcast. So,
They
yes, the
famous.
Sullivan twins. So, but that is the top 10 toughest schedules. Of course, post your thoughts. I'm sure they will. And as we're coming up on 2 hours, we're going to end it up here. And appreciate everybody, all the coaches from yesterday to tonight. I mean, it's just a plethora of coaches. And bingo, you were the man that brought it all together. We weren't expecting coaches, but hey, it came into place, and they come on and talk, and is fantastic. Everybody's hungry for football. We gave them 2 nights of over 2 hours of football talk to get them started here in this middle of July,
Man,
and we still,
everybody's ready. I think that like this is just a teaser, and then we got the like you say media day with Smack 'em coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure you got Ansley Brent. She's cooking up something right now. I'm pretty sure she got the 25 and 25, and you got Matt doing his what's the coast what WLOX do? I forgot what they
I mean,
do there.
they do. They cover the team. It's not 20. That's of course Ansley and them 25 and 25 days, but they cover the team. That's where I get information from. Besides the
Right.
coaches, I get it from those videos from both of them, WLOX,
Definitely.
WLOX and WXXV. So, but yeah,
Definitely.
certainly
Shout
appreciated
out
it.
to them because they are like they the best. Like if you need them, they there. Matt and Inslee, they the truth.
Yeah, Matt D'Argardo. So
Yeah.
yes, he is there. So we certainly appreciate it. When I get off here, I am gonna post that graphic along with the write-ups I have for everybody to post their thoughts on, which
They
I
go hell
certainly.
in on us in the comments, man.
There you go. There you go. So
That's right. They said Stone is going to turn up this year.
Stone with their coach there. That's let me see here. That made the playoffs last year. So Adcock, I want to say, is
Yeah.
the coach. So I mean, yeah, they at Hattiesburg host Poplarville, host St. Martin, have an off week at George County, at St. Stanislaus, then region play, host Wayne County, Purvis, at Van Cleve, at Northeast Jones, at East Central. So again, Stone moved the region, so they're in region 4 of 5A. So
Hmm. Oh,
so
they said
yes.
if West Harrison makes the playoffs this year, not only this will be their first time ever in the playoff, but I would say this would be their best season ever.
Oh, definitely to make the playoffs in that schedule. Like I say, it's not just the region schedule; it's the non-region schedule. So yes, they will take 3 wins, at least 3 wins to make the playoffs. So, but Coach Patrick, we certainly appreciate you sending that quote, and Bingo did a great job of reading it
Try my
as
best. They trying to
as
figure out what I
we're
was sipping on over here. I wasn't sipping on nothing.
uh
Yeah.
okay. But we
They said
appreciate
yeah, they said
everybody. Yes, thank you. Yeah, his quote was great. And so I don't believe at the time that Coach Patrick, I didn't tell him that he was the #1 toughest schedule, but he might have
didn't
had an
either.
idea
I think
when
he
I
had
was trying to
idea.
get
Yeah.
a picture of his, I said, "You like this picture?" He said, "Yeah, I like this picture." So that's what I put the graphic on. So and Stapleton with his Twitter account. So it's all good.
Yeah. All
So
right.
I appreciate it, Bingo. We're going to sign off, not for the last time, just for a little bit. We might just pop on one day next week or so. I don't know, something. But the coaches, that was
We'll figure it
fantastic.
out.
Again, it was
Most
fantastic
definitely.
to have all the coaches on. So we appreciate them. So look for
All
the
right,
reels.
man.
We'll send them out, and appreciate it, Bingo, and lots of things. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Yep. Thank you. You out.
Matt's out. Stats out. Yeah, Bingo out.
Stats out. We out.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Out.
Shine the light.
Seneca Hampton, where you at, boss?